Hello, lovely people. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing fine, and I really do hope you're doing well. My name is Nwadiutochats. If this is your first time here, you're welcome. But if you keep coming back, you're much appreciated. Thank you so much. In our previous video, we spoke about protecting our children, protecting our teenagers. If you have not seen that video, link is going to pop up now. Do click on it after this one and go check that one out. But in this video, we're talking about not protecting your teenager. Yeah, I know they both contradict themselves, right? Or we might think. But then what I'm trying to say in this video is that there is a time for everything, and there is a way to do everything. There is a way to convey our message in such a way that the hearer takes it in appropriately. There's also a way that you convey that same message and then the person just doesn't want to listen. In that aspect, you might say, oh, it has to do with a tone of voice. True. So there's a way you will tell me, move from here, and I wouldn't see it as an insult. And there's also a way you will tell me, move from here, and I'll be like, what? Who are you talking to? You know, there is a way to protect the child. But in this particular video, I just want to highlight one major point. Times when we should not be protecting our teenager are times when they are harmful to themselves and to any other person or to the society at large. The moment we begin to sense that our children are taking a path that is going to end them in a place where they are now dangers to themselves, other people, and to the society, the environment, then it is time for us to step in and not necessarily protect them, but also protecting them from themselves. In the other video, we spoke about being able to cover their shame, which is one of the jobs that we have as parents. But in this other instance, we're going to be stepping in to shield them from themselves, hence shielding them but exposing them. Our first instinct as parents is actually to protect our children when we see them taking a path that is not necessarily the right path, or when we see them making wrong choices. The first thing that comes to our head is to correct. So now, how do we go about correcting? How do we go about doing things in the right way so that that child doesn't feel attacked, so that that child doesn't feel unloved or unprotected? We want to take a minute or two to pause and think about what our children are doing. We want to project, because we actually do have foresight as parents. So you want to really fast track the life of that child. Should this child continue on this path, where would the child end up? Then you also want to think in that same line, where would you prefer that your child should end up? Then, where is your child currently? What can you do to move your child from where your child is currently to where you are hoping he will get to? What things does he need to stop doing now to move him from that wrong path to the right path? So these are the ways we want to begin to think, so that if there is a capability that either the child lacks or even as the parent we lack in giving the child or in correcting the child, then we begin to look for assistance elsewhere. Then we begin to suggest another form of help to our children. So we want to begin to get specialists, we want to begin to get professionals that could help our children. We see our children being involved in certain things and we believe we can handle this. Oh, let's not bring shame to the family. Let's cover it up. And this child will continue to be a menace to themselves and to other people and then to the society or the environment at large. It begins to slip off your hands to the authority. So that's why we begin to see children end up in police custody, because it is no longer within our control as parents. So once we begin to see a certain trend we begin to see that this child, if this child continues this way, this child will harm himself or herself, or will harm others around the child, or even harm the society, harm the environment. It is time to hand this child over to a professional. Expose the actions of this child to a professional. Let the professional bring the necessary help that would help this child. It is not a time to protect the family. It is not a time not to bring shame to the name of the family. If that child continues that way, a bigger shame will come to the name of the family that is beyond shielding. A stitch in time, they say, saves 9. So let's expose our children to a professional, to a specialist that will bring the necessary help, that will take our child to that expected end that you have for the child and that God also has for the child. Thank you very much for listening to this video. If you love this video, do not forget to give this video a big fat thumbs up for me and subscribe if you have not done so already. I'm going to be seeing you all in the next one. Bye-bye.